47259.
This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner.
Hey, great friends, what's happening? Today is Monday, and it is the day after what I think everybody in the world considers to be the greatest football weekend of all time. And I don't really know how we quantify it. It's just like this, though. Do you ever remember a time where you're like, hey, man, remember that divisional weekend where all four games were awesome and they all came down to the end, and the first three games, the road teams, the underdogs won, and the two biggest star quarterbacks in the league were knocked out in the same weekend? Like, remember that divisional round? That's the conversation we might be having 10 or 15 or 20 years from now, because that's how insane all these games were. Grande, Brown Man, we're in the 7 Mile Casino Studios. We started just talking generally about everything that happened this weekend. We'll zone in. We'll get a little tighter now. Let's start off with, I think the story of the weekend, at least I'll call it more local. By the way, I just like rubbed my nose on camera. Like, you see this right here, Browner? Like, I got an itch, man.
The desert itch.
Well, I was in the desert this weekend. That's true.
I know, but it's a real thing. If you go out into the desert because it's so dry, it'll mess with your nose.
Dude, my back yesterday felt, Alex, remember in Game of Thrones, the one guy who had like those scales all over him, and he was, what was his name, that character in Game of Thrones? You remember him?
Jorah.
Not Scale Guy.
Jorah.
And then he had those scales all over him, and then the one guy was going to fix him. Remember, he was going to do some potion or whatever?
He did fix him.
Yeah. That's how my back felt yesterday out in the desert. I don't know if it was the hot tub, the sunshine. I don't know, the dry air. I don't know what it was, man. I had to have like lotion rubbed on my back.
Some moisturizer.
I did. I had some.
Yeah.
I had some. Because, Brown, I was very ashy. You know what I'm saying?
What are you going to say? Why you going to tell me that?
Because I figured you and I would relate on that.
Yeah, I mean, I would. I was just going to say, you should probably moisturize that skin, get some PF, fill in the blank, man, if you're going to be out there in that desert sun. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I got. I got a little Aveeno.
Aquaphor.
No, I don't need Aquaphor. I use Aquaphor for my lips, you know.
Yeah.
I needed real lotion.
Anyway, I feel like you need all-around protection. You need something for everything because it's a different kind of sun out there, man.
Yeah. Well, anyway, listen. So the games were insane. The games were incredible.
What was the best game?
Well,
that's not even.
We don't need
a question.
We don't need to rank them, but I'm saying, like, if you're gonna remember this weekend, obviously, like, is there something that stands out more than the others?
For me, it's the Rams Bucks.
For me, Chiefs Bills. That was like a Super Bowl, dude. Like,
right.
That game was because it was just like a good game, you know.
Right. There were no mistakes. Nobody won because of a mistake.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, I guess you can argue that giving Patrick Mahomes 13 seconds to drive down the field and letting him is a mistake, but you know, to each their own on the word definition of mistake. But
and it's funny. It's funny you say that because normally people are like, oh, well, play back. Give them this space so that you don't get beat. Tyreek Hill already beat them deep, so they already had learned their lesson.
Well,
but in the other game, they pressured and then they still lost.
Exactly. So, you just got to be able to make plays. You got the Bucs blitz. The Bucs blitz cost them. The Bills played safe, cost them. So it's like you just got to keep making plays.
Yeah, I know. I feel. The Rams game. I just want to say the Rams game for me was the game I was more zoned in on.
Let's start there.
And I thought that when you have a big giant lead and you're on the road and you've got Tom Brady buried. Listen, Tom Brady got a personal foul call for something that he said to the referee, unsportsmanlike conduct penalty for something he said to the referee. And he had a little bloody lip. And I wondered, wow, an NFL referee is going to give Tom Brady an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
The first of his career.
Yeah, right. First time ever. And so to me, to see Tom Brady lose his cool and cost his team, which I think it was the next play, he wound up throwing for a first down anyway.
Leonard Fournette.
Yeah, which was an amazing throw and what an even better catch, really. But Ndamukong Suh, what did he say to Matthew Stafford. I mean, they were former teammates with the Lions, but he's in his face, and he gets a taunting penalty.
Mm-hmm.
He said Stafford kicked him.
Yeah. He's like, I'll F you up.
Yeah.
Well, all I can tell you is you got your defensive star, you got your all-time greatest quarterback, and these guys are coming undone and losing their cool. And the Rams have this massive lead, and nobody thought the Bucs were coming back from 27-3. Hey, listen. Well, Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth, they were selling it, right? Like, hey, he came back from 28-3 in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So why can't he come back here? And Collinsworth, I'm not the biggest Collinsworth fan. I thought he did a great job of saying, here we go. It's starting now. Like, as a viewer, I didn't feel like he was hyping Brady. I felt like he was saying what I was saying, which is, wait a second. Hold on. It ain't over quite yet. Rams fans nervous.
Yeah, see, because it was a weird comeback, because when they made it 27-13, didn't Tom Brady fumble right away? Like, didn't Von Miller strip sack him immediately?
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, there goes that. There goes. But the Rams just didn't. The Rams kept turning it over. The Rams kept. Cam Akers had 2 fumbles. Cooper Kupp had a fumble. It just was very uncharacteristic of what they were.
What tainted that game for me, in all honesty, there were too many mistakes by the Rams. Like, the first half of the Rams game, they did exactly what you want a team to do if you're going to beat Aaron Rodgers, if you're going to beat Tom Brady. Don't sit back in the zone. Don't think you're going to out-scheme them. You got to whoop them. You got to whoop them in the front line. You got to get to them. And the Rams were whooping Tom Brady. I mean, it didn't Von Miller, Aaron Donald, Leonard Floyd, just getting in his grill. But they shot their load too fast because they had nothing left in the second half. So when he started making that comeback, I was like, oh, no, they've been pass rushing them all game. And then they started getting there less and less, and he just started slicing them up because now he had too much time. And Sony Michel just Thanksgiving, because he's just giving out turkeys, bro. Just fumbling left and right.
Why did Sony Michel do it?
I'm sorry, Sony Michel.
Oh, Cam Akers.
Cam Akers. Cam Fakers. Cam Fakers. He can't carry the ball for me no more.
Hey, who is the tight end from
Tony Gonzalez?
No.
I never heard of that dude before. He got a touchdown.
Dude, Kendall Blanton.
There you go.
Kendall Blanton, 2 catches, 18 yards. And he had a touchdown. Who he played for? He played for the Rams, and everybody else was asking the same question. Who the hell's that? Who's that guy that just scored for the Rams?
Right.
I think he's a rookie, and I think I read he's from like Missouri. Yeah, here he is. First season out of Missouri. Yeah, never heard of the guy, Kendall Blanton. So, as far as the Rams making too many mistakes, listen, Sean McVay, I have to question it.
Yes.
Listen, it was a great win. I have respect for the coach. He outcoached Bruce Arians. That was an outcoached job. That team in the first half, they won the game in the first half. They were ready. They were ready to go. The Bucs were not. They got out schemed. They got outplayed. And I told you last week that Sean McVay was the better coach. I did John's list, okay, like Angie's list, but better. Remember.
I did John's sports list, and I had the Rams coach better.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. We all give you credit.
That's right.
Give me my flowers, man.
Yeah, it's like, give me my damn respect too.
That's right.
Yeah, I want my damn respect.
All right, LeBron.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, you got it. I want my damn respect too, man.
By the way, I didn't watch 1 second of the Lakers game yesterday.
Yikes.
What? Like,
Bro,
I was
what?
like,
why would you do that?
I was like, why? What am I going to do? I'm going to turn over to watch the Lakers play the Heat for reals? I don't think so.
Sedano did.
He probably did. He probably did. So let's do this. Let's go through some of the highlights of this Rams game. What do you think?
Sure.
I saw you put out on Twitter when Matthew Stafford threw that bomb to Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
Because Cooper Kupp is so fast and such a great route runner and such a hard worker and such an example of perseverance that should be like, an inspiration to children around the world.
Wow.
When Cooper Kupp,
is he Saint Cup?
Well, he's going to be Saint Cup.
The
he's
rate you're going,
Cup.
Saint Cup.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And just how everybody thinks that your Joe Burrow take is ridiculous. this Cooper Kupp take is also ridiculous.
I love that.
People need to chill
I love
on Twitter, bro.
I love that Eric Williams even got in on it yesterday too. Or I don't know who runs our account. Whoever tweeted like Cooper Kupp system receiver, and Eric's like, yeah, totally. Look at that guy.
Yeah,
only a product of the system.
I got a tweet yesterday from Howard Wright, who said Browner system receiver. Yeah, right. You know.
I'm glad y'all watching the show.
Yeah, glad you guys are watching on YouTube, watching on TV.
Thank you.
Yeah, listening on the radio. Glad you guys are involved. So, Alex, where do you want to start here? Just you take us through some of these plays, and we'll be able to jump in and comment on. Maybe even put them in a 4-box. You know, maybe we'll all
talk
watch
about this.
But it was not to the liking of Hockley. Wow.
That's 3 15-yard penalties against Tampa Bay, and he's got a few.
Yeah. So that was
happy when that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that was his first ever unsportsmanlike conduct, and I was
so
like,
happy
for the amount of yelling that he does to refs. It's pretty incredible. Like,
shout
out to Little Hockley.
Yeah, I'm surprised that a referee is going to those flag on
at
Tom
the
Brady.
Stones.
Right.
Well, dude, he got in his face and like
what?
he probably got a little blood on his lip too. You know, like a little dribble of spit on him. He's like, all right, I'm gonna
probably listen. That man probably got 10 years on his life. He got some Tom Brady blood in his mouth.
Yeah, really. Unsportsmanlike for what? Not wearing a mask and spitting your blood into my face?
How dare you, sir?
You know, as someone who has been saying like I'm over Tom Brady and I don't want to see him win anymore, almost a little sad to see him lose.
Nope.
Nope. Almost. I was like, I'm so used to like it almost felt like flat because you're so used to him completing the comebacks that it didn't. You're like, that's not how this movie ends.
But how about Brady sitting on the bench rather than like up on the, imploring his defense, somebody got to make a play. Brady's sitting on the bench, stoic as can be, sees the Cooper Kupp completion and goes, well, I mean, I've done what I can do. We were down 27-3. I brought us back to 27-all. If these guys are going to give up a pass like that to that guy, I mean, a system receiver like that guy,
just
not
some
much I
random
can
dude
do
running
about
across the line, man.
I mean,
I
got to play safety. I got to play safety too.
He was that
Can't
system
throw it
receiver.
and catch it.
He does get out.
Stafford, deep downfield. He's got Kupp again. He's at the 10.
That was the 44-yarder from the system receiver right after he got a 20-yarder.
First of all, I like how y'all gonna try to bring up these specific type of replays that make it look like he did something special. All he did was run straight line. Like he didn't beat nobody off the line. He had to juke nobody. It was a blown coverage.
Okay.
And in addition to that, if we're gonna feel bad for somebody, the only reason why I felt bad for Tom Brady because he clearly had no help. Okay, Mike Evans was dogging Patrick. He was dogging Ramsey at the end of the game, but for most of the game, Ramsey did a good job on him, and their offensive line did nothing. So everybody needs help. We always talk about how great he is at 40, but clearly he needs a ton of help to be great.
Well, he came back, and by the way, he's missing like 2 of his top receivers because Antonio Brown lost his mind and the other guy got
teasing
hurt.
him on the internet.
Yeah. Yeah, you can say that it's a blown coverage, or you could say he ran by the defensive back. You could also say he didn't do anything, but I could say, but he did make that catch when it really wasn't like an in-stride perfect throw because he had to adjust, and get underneath it. He did make the completion. He did get him into field goal range. I mean, they weren't in field goal range prior to that.
Play it again. Watch this.
So I'll just say this.
Play it again.
This Cooper Kupp take, I'm going to say
slow down.
I'm going to say this. You ready? I think the Cooper Kupp take, and Alex, rank them for me if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
The Cooper Kupp take, he's a system receiver. The Ohtani.
Ophony, you mean?
Ophony, if he's so great, he should do it all by himself. And then this is right there with Joe Burrow as a bust. I mean, I have to remember.
Yeah, I like how Tom Brady needs help, but Ohtani, he's got to do it by himself.
Different sports. Again, Brady ain't playing safety and playing quarterback.
Yeah, and Ohtani's not.
Ohtani out there hitting and pitching.
No, he's not. Not every
We're
game.
going to say this argument for later because it's about that time for that season too. It's time for him to be in last place again.
I'm glad we're getting this Cooper Kupp stuff out of the way early because.
Yeah, me too.
Put it no, but show it again.
He ran right by him.
He barely broke stride. Look at it.
Downfield.
Bam.
He's got
Because
Kupp
he ain't that
again.
fast. So he threw it on stride right there. He didn't have to slow down at all. Scott, what you talking about? He had to slow down.
All right, here's the numbers because I know Browner is such a big fan of the stats.
Statistics.
Right.
I didn't even have to pull this from Pro Football Focus. This is just ESPN, John.
Yeah, this is for more simpletons like us.
Yes. Yeah.
Stafford 28 of 38, 366 yards, 2 touchdowns, a rating of 121. Cooper Kupp 9 catches, 183 yards, 1 touchdown. System player. Oh man,
and
the system works, man. That system works well for him.
Of course it does.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Credit to Sean McVay, like I said.
But it's only Cooper Kupp, right? Not anybody else on the team.
Like Tyler Higbee to me he's a system tight end, I think.
Yeah,
I think Odell Beckham is now a system number 2 wide receiver.
No, stop that.
I think.
No.
Van Jefferson's a system number 3 wide receiver.
Odell been good on Odell been good on every team he been on. Every team Odell been on, he been good.
Hey, the
system failed him.
In the middle of all this football talk, let me mention everybody. Great sponsor on the show, and this is DraftKings Sportsbook, an official betting partner of the NFL, and celebrating with a huge odds boost for new customers. Counting down to Super Bowl 56 at SoFi, you bet $5, you get $280 in free bets. Now, for those of you that are watching on TV tonight on Cox's Your View, we understand gambling not legal in California yet. So you can still play, though, and have fun. Huge cash prizes with daily fantasy football contests with DraftKings. Alex is showing it up on the screen. Here's what we want you to do. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use the promo code GreatFriends. Get 56-1 odds on any NFL team. Bet just $5 to get $280 in free bets if your team wins. The promo code is GreatFriends. For those of you that are watching on YouTube or listening on audio podcasts in New Jersey, Indiana, or Pennsylvania, this is for you. It's for new customers only. Minimum $5 bet. Blah, blah, blah. Go to DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
And yes, Scott, I did find highlights in Espanol yesterday for this Rams-Bucks game.
Yeah.
And it's like, it was thrilling. Like the game, like no offense to Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth, but it just sounds crazy. It added to the excitement of it.
Can I hear the Spanish language call of the game?
¿Qué no jugaron prevent? No sé. Es la pregunta que le harán a Bolts. Aquí está el partido. Aquí está la temporada. Matt Gay por la victoria. El gol de campo es bueno. Los Rams están en la final de conferencia.
Yeah.
No, tell the
I wish
story.
you could announce an American game like that. We got to be so tucked in and so tied up. God.
What's the story on Matt Gay, though? You said he was originally with Tampa Bay, right?
Yeah.
Got cut by the Buccaneers.
Mm-hmm.
This is his first year with the Rams. Is it first or second year with the Rams? Second year. And he had a monster season, Pro Bowl caliber season, and comes up short on a 47-yarder, only to come back and hit the game winner. And I grant you, it's a chip shot, but so what? You know, he got to make that kick, just like Cooper Kupp got to make that catch.
Dude, Matt Gay, that kick almost got blocked, by the way. Did you notice that? That kick was very – I think he was way offside. They just didn't call it. Matt Gay was drafted in the 5th round in 2019 by the Bucks.
Out of where?
Utah.
Oh, really?
Utah.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
Yeah.
you supposed to be the kicker, man. You should know that.
On
You're supposed to be the kicking man.
Come on,
like
man.
this, how fast they gave up on him, dude. So they actually used a pick on him in the 2019 draft.
Mm-hmm.
He was cut on September 5th.
God.
2020.
Yeah,
what did he get a DUI?
No, before the first game.
And then the Colts signed him. He made the practice squad, and the Rams signed him on November 17, 2020.
Yeah. At the end of the season, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey, listen, it's a great story. I love great stories. Matthew Stafford's a great story. You know, for a guy who so many of us guilty, we doubted it. I'm a see it to believe it kind of guy.
Still am.
For me, I got to see it again to believe it.
I still am.
But we have to give Matthew Stafford credit for
today? Yeah,
not blowing it.
Well, we got to give him credit for in the final analysis, he got the job done.
Yes.
You know, you're on the road. You're facing Tom Brady. You got this monster lead. Your team is doing everything it can to give the game back to him. And in the end, with 26 seconds left in a tie ball game, you got the guts, the vision, the smarts, the gun. You got it all to make the play in the end. And listen, 20 years from now, if Tom Brady retires, if by chance he retires, his last game, Stafford on the other side, even if it's not Tom Brady's last game, all I'm saying is that Matthew Stafford answered a lot of questions. Can he win a huge game in the postseason? I mean, he just did.
Yeah, listen, I think the thing that's impressive about Stafford for me is that he didn't have any major mistakes. That's always
lucky.
been.
Remember, he had a pick in the end zone dropped on him.
Right. But that's always been his Achilles heel, is to throw that interception in the wrong time or just throw multiple interceptions in a game. So, yeah, he didn't blow it. System quarterback. That's what it is.
Right. I mean, the whole thing, all these Rams players are system players.
Except for one. Except for one. Being good everywhere.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I forgot. Hey, listen, we're right. That's who you must be talking about. We're in the 7 Mile Casino studios, everybody. 7milecasino.com. Great partners of ours. And if you're going to play blackjack or poker, or you want Sammy's Restaurant and Bar, you come on down just 7 minutes from downtown San Diego. All right, let's keep going. Let's go to the other game, the other big game yesterday. Let's talk about the Bills and the Chiefs game, because that's the one America's talking about. Stick around. This is Kaplan and Crew.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
Kaplan and Crew Tonight is brought to you by BMW San Diego, your certified BMW dealer, serving drivers throughout San Diego and the surrounding areas.
We are very proud to announce that the Mightier 1090 is SoCal's newest ESPN affiliate. Introducing the Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio. One of the largest radio stations in North America just got bigger and better. Joining forces with the worldwide leader of sports, ESPN. The Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
When California weather conditions create a high risk for wildfires, electric companies may shut off power in some neighborhoods as a precaution. These public safety power shutoffs could affect homes and businesses and interrupt power to your home, devices, and even our Cox facilities. During a PSPS, we'll work hard to keep customers connected to their Cox services in conditions that are safe for you, our employees, and our community. For information and updates, follow us on Twitter and visit Cox.com.
From fitness to medical technology, explore how people are leading healthier lives on Your Health.
I'm Erica Cardenas. On the next episode of Your Health, we're kicking off the new year with healthy lifestyle tips. We tackle and bust health myths and need-to-know education about the COVID-19 vaccine.
Watch Your Health, Sunday at 4:30 p.m. on YourView and YourView.com.
Main streets are the heart of our communities, where we connect with our neighbors, support local businesses, and share new adventures. Main Street Living celebrates all of this, bringing you uplifting stories with guests from across the country and your community. Main Street Living covers what's important to you today, from our street to your street. Join Cheryl, Danielle, and Quincy for Main Street Living, Mondays at 9 on YourView.
I founded Driveway Auction after working in the automotive industry, becoming a dealer and questioning the process that puts consumers at a huge disadvantage when selling their cars.
The big difference between Driveway and the other services is that Driveway works for you. If you've ever tried to sell a car, you know that it's an awful process that makes you either go and meet strangers in parking lots to take test drives or sit at the dealership for hours and hours while they wear you down. Driveway eliminated all of that.
With Driveway Auction, we come to you, so we complete the 40-point vehicle inspection from the comfort and convenience of your own driveway.
We send an independent third-party inspector to take measurements of the car, take pictures of it, evaluate the condition.
But we use that information to advocate for you, using our network of buyers to compete. And when they compete, you win.
They take over the whole process, and you don't have to do anything.
Our clients get more money and a better process with Driveway.
Everybody at Driveway made me feel so comfortable during the whole process. It was a great experience.
Prospect Home Finance is a mortgage company. We specialize in residential refinances and home purchases. So Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, if you're going out looking for a pre-approval, to buy a new home, meet with the realtor. We would help you facilitate that and walk you through the process from A to Z. We specialize in getting homeowners loans for their dream home, but we also do more than that. So today we came down to Ocean Beach, partnered up with Surfrider, and had some team members come down here from Prospect, all pitched together, and had quite a bit of trash to clean up.
It's really heartening to see people come out and really care for the waterways.
It was great getting out here, and we're going to do it again soon. We're always looking for ways to give back to the community of San Diego. So if you have any ideas or need any help or support in any way, visit us at homefinance.com.
1090 just got bigger and better. Please join us in welcoming SoCal's newest ESPN affiliate, the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio. NFL, MLB, NBA, live games, the best sports talk programming with the largest signal in all of California. The mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
Explore the Southwest lifestyle, the culture, the music, the food, y más. Join hosts J.R. Cardenas and Vanessa Ramirez on Su Vida.
Welcome to 2022. Did you make a New Year's resolution?
We have the top 10 most popular and our advice on the next
Su Vida.
Watch Su Vida Sunday night at 7 on YourView and YourView.com. Brought to you by Prospect Home Finance. Fast, friendly, affordable.
When doors open for kids, they change lives. For over 75 years, the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater San Diego has been opening its doors to provide a safe place for kids whenever they are out of school. A place with caring mentors and opportunities to focus on academic success, healthy lifestyles, and character building. At the club, we do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid that walks through our doors by inspiring, empowering, and changing lives.
Here's Kaplan and Crew Tonight's 60-second timeout with Haley Stasiak.
San Diego State women's basketball fell to Nevada last week. The Aztecs shot 50% from the three, but some struggles from the free throw line and turnovers couldn't be overcome. SDSU had a season-high 24 turnovers, leading to 23 points by Nevada. 9 of those turnovers came in the first 13 minutes. SDSU scored a season-low 46 points in the loss. A highlight from the loss, Mallory Adams has made at least 4 three-pointers in 4 straight games. She leads the Mountain West in made threes in conference games. SDSU is now 9-9 on the season, 3-4 in Mountain West play. The Aztecs have a whole week in between their matchup with Nevada and their next game. SDSU will take on Air Force this Thursday. That's your 60-second timeout. Now back to more Kaplan and Crew Tonight.
Kaplan and Crew Tonight's 60-second timeout is presented by YourView.
Prospect Home Finance, San Diego's mortgage leader, is celebrating 15 years of happy clients. HomeFinance.com is the go-to resource online or on your mobile device to discover your best home loan options.
Hi, I'm Jason Bondrak, CEO at Prospect Home Finance. I want to say thank you to all of our clients, both past and future. As part of our 15-year anniversary, we'll close your home loan in 15 business days.
Start your easy home finance process today at HomeFinance.com.
When California weather conditions create a high risk for wildfires, electric companies may shut off power in some neighborhoods as a precaution. These public safety power shutoffs could affect homes and businesses and interrupt power to your home, devices, and even our Cox facilities. During a PSPS, we'll work hard to keep customers connected to their Cox services in conditions that are safe for you, our employees, and our community. For information and updates, follow us on Twitter and visit Cox.com.
Welcome back. This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, John Browner, and Alex Padilla.
What's going on today, everybody? This is Kaplan and Crew from the 7 Mile Casino Studios. For those of you that are listening on ESPN 1090 on radio, if we think that yesterday was the greatest day and maybe this weekend was the greatest divisional weekend in NFL history because every game was ended on the final play of the game. And the first 3 games saw the visiting team underdog find a way to win. And the storyline of the top 2 quarterbacks in football this year and the 2 guys that are supposed to be 1-2 in the MVP, Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, both get knocked out at home this weekend. And now the NFC Championship game goes through LA and SoFi Stadium. And the Super Bowl is 2 weeks later in SoFi Stadium. First time in NFL history where the NFC Championship game and the Super Bowl will be in the same stadium. And to add to the drama, John Lynch, our man with the San Francisco 49ers, is going to bring his team down to SoFi to take on the Rams, who now get this theoretically home playoff game. 2 division rivals. And the Niners have won 6 straight in the series. I mean, this is like, I can't think of, guys, anything ever like this in football where the whole world the next day is talking about not one game, not both games, the whole weekend.
I can't remember.
What the hell are both of you guys doing? Are you both of you guys are bumping into your microphones?
Because I have other things happening around me, and I'm trying to not cause disturbance in the show. So then you could be like, Browner, what's going on with your microphone? So I mute it. So and then the mute button, it never works right. You got to keep pressing it. Got to hit that jump. But no, I can't remember any weekend like that.
But to answer your question, not really.
Yeah,
I actually can't really remember anything quite like it.
I mean, anybody that tells you that, I remember a week, no, they're lying because it never happened before. None of this has ever happened before. Yeah, dude, it's like it feels like a hangover. I didn't even drink. It feels like a hangover. It's like, when that Rams Bucks game ended, it was like 3-10, and I took a deep breath and I was like, crap, we got another game right now, dude. We got to do this all over again. And then that one, it took a very long time for it to really get rolling into the crazy zone.
Right.
But the ending of that game was exhausting. Scott's like after a Peloton ride, it's like, damn.
Yeah.
A little second here to relax, dude.
Yeah. After like a 45-minute Alex Toussaint Club Bangers ride.
Yeah. Oh, I beat you again, by the way.
What?
Wow.
So what are you doing? Like, are you going down? Are you going into my stats and going, show me his worst performances? I'm going to try and beat those.
No, dude.
You missed a run, bike, swim. What you mean? I don't care. What? Listen, man. My boy just got the bike, dog. What you mean? He ain't supposed to be beating you at none of the scores. Don't matter how low your score is. You run bike, swim, man. He just got the bike, bro. He knew to this. You true to this. How he beating you?
I
Good rap.
don't know.
Like,
Yeah,
good
it was
rap.
good. That was really good.
No, but I was gonna say, do you guys watch the show Euphoria?
No.
Oh man.
Okay, never mind.
By the way, I was told Ozark came back this weekend. Has
It did.
anybody started the new season of Ozark?
Have not.
Man, I ain't seen one episode. I gotta start watching that show.
It's
Everybody
good,
told me
really
that show's
good.
Takes a while
Really
to pick
good.
up. Takes a while, but
It's good though.
I like
It's very
Jason
good.
Bateman though.
I do too.
Yeah. So, dude, last night, because that show Euphoria is just a whole different level of like anxiety, and so going from Bills Chiefs, and my fiance goes, okay, let's watch Euphoria now. I'm like, all right, man, let's do it. And then I go into that show, and I'm like, I can't no more, man. I gotta go to bed.
Really, you
I gotta go to
tapped
bed.
out.
I tapped out, dude. I did like a few little things, and I was like, I'm going to bed. I think I was in bed by like 9:45. I was like, get me to sleep.
I know I didn't drink it all. I Sundays I like to hydrate. I don't like to drink alcohol on Sundays, And this morning I was like, gosh, what happened yesterday?
Dude, it's like, so the over under I think was 54 on the Chiefs Bills, and they got it right at 2 minutes, and then they almost hit 54 like by the time overtime was over. Like they almost doubled the points. It was incredible. It was awesome.
Well, show everybody. I was gonna get back to the Rams and the Bucks, But since we've already kind of started to work into the Bills and the Chiefs, we'll come back. I want to see Tom Brady's walk off. I want to hear Tom Brady's post-game press conference. So I want to get back to I want to talk about how the Rams are trying to keep 49er fans out of SoFi Stadium for the NFC Championship. So I'll get back to all of that in a second. But since we started migrating over to the Bills and the Chiefs, do you know some people are saying, and I say some people, I mean, I've heard, chatter today.
I heard.
Like Chiefs, Bills, maybe the greatest game ever.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yes.
I know. And I think of two games. One that I was at, Alex, you and me were at the Rams-Chiefs game at the
regular
Coliseum.
season game.
Regular season game. Right.
So,
that to me is the best regular season game that I've ever seen.
Yeah. The other game, the game that I think of from my childhood as being the greatest game that I've ever seen, was the Chargers and the Dolphins in the hook and ladder before the half. It's like 1981 or 2. Someone's going to have to check me on this. This is the game where Ralph Benershka misses the field goal late, but then comes back and hits the game winner. But it was Kellen Winslow who was being carried off the field. I don't remember what year, 81, 82. Someone will check me on this and tweet me about it. But those are the two greatest games for me. One from my childhood, early 80s, one from the Coliseum that I was at, standing there. But people are saying this Bills-Chiefs game may be
to be in a lot of these games. I mean, the Super Bowl against the Niners was a game kind of similar. They erased a large deficit, came back roaring, and it always seems to be the same two guys. It's or three. It's Mahomes, Kelsey, and Hill making plays for him over and over and over in every game. I mean, I don't remember specifically, Scott, if I go back and look at that box score against the Rams, but pretty sure it was Kelsey and Tyreek Hill doing it all.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was awesome. I don't know where you rank last night's game. I really don't.
Number 1.
But it's up there, dude. Like,
really number 1 already, Bron? I mean, seriously, I'm not downing it. I've heard a lot of people talking about it.
This is why it's number 1 to me. One, look at what was at stake. 2, look at the opposition. Again, this was not a mistake-feel-free game. This wasn't some massive comeback where somebody else had to fold for somebody else to kind of show up and then win the game.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Allen played just as good as Patrick Mahomes did. The Buffalo Bills had a dude I never heard of get 4 touchdowns. He might be great. I don't know a lot about the Buffalo Bills.
Just pause on that for a quick second. Who is this receiver from the Buffalo Bills? Alex, you're a fantasy player.
Yeah.
You always know every player from every team, mostly because of fantasy stats.
Mm-hmm.
The Rams had a guy catch a touchdown pass yesterday who's a tight end who I never heard of before.
Still never.
From the Buffalo Bills that most of us were like, yo, who's this guy?
Yeah, I mean, same. I've heard of his name just for like future leagues or dynasty leagues, but his name's Gabriel Davis. 8 catches, 201 yards, 4 touchdowns. I mean, if you're a Bills fan, you're still like, wait, that's not Cole Beasley. That's not Emmanuel Sanders. That's not Dawson Knox. Like, that's not Diggs. Who is this?
Yeah, right, Diggs.
Yeah.
4 touchdowns.
201 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Wow.
They had both teams had guys doing things. This guy had 4 touchdowns. Tyreek Hill was running past people from midfield. Like the game had everything. And just when you thought Josh Allen had won the game and they got him on camera on the sideline screaming, let's go, in front of all his offensive linemen, just hyping dudes up. I was getting chills like, let's go, Josh Allen. Let's go. It's 13 seconds left. Patrick Mahomes gets on the field and goes, that's too much time. Pass, field goal. Like, what? What?
I have a group thread with the fantasy league, Scott, that you were mentioning, and we were like, oh, 2 minutes, 1:55. That's a lot of time left. Ooh, 1:13. That's a lot of time left. And I still said 13 seconds. I'm like, that's still some time there, Like, and I didn't expect it, but I didn't think it would be impossible for the Chiefs to do it. If any team could get in field goal range that fast, well, clearly the Cooper Kupp in the system, but also
it's a different system though. That's
right,
a different system.
Way different.
Right.
Don't do that. Don't do that to the Chiefs.
Tyreek Hill as an example, but just like Tyreek Hill, just as an example, he's an incredible individual talent.
Yes.
The system got jack squat to do with how great he is.
None, 0.
See the
Zero.
difference, Alex. I'm trying to get on Browners. I'm trying to get on his wavelength here.
You see him return them punts too? See him return them kicks?
See that?
Multi-faceted star. See him fumble?
Yeah, I mean, Who's the two non-system guys that got those? Because he also said Travis Kelce is not a product of the system.
No.
At all. So Travis Kelce will be good on any team.
Any team.
And it was Kelce 19 yards and Tyreek Hill 25 yards. You know, you think the Cowboys are kicking themselves for running a quarterback draw when they could have just done that instead, you know?
Oh God, don't even bring that up. Yikes.
So because people think, they say this is the greatest game ever, whether it is or it isn't, you can have that debate all day long.
And it ended in regulation. No, it didn't win into overtime. My bad.
So go, Alex, if you don't mind. Put up on the screen for everybody.
Yeah.
The game log. So for those of you that are listening on radio, we'll read it to you. And for those of you and for those of you guys that are chilling and watching on YouTube and watching on TV. All right, here goes. Alex, take us through the last 2 minutes of the game.
It was 23-21. The Chiefs the Bills, punted the ball 23-21. And then the Chiefs went. I'm getting to what's on the screen. The Chiefs went field goal, so 26-21. And then the Bills, so it even goes back further. But the Bills scored a touchdown and made it 29-26 after Gabriel Davis scored a 27-yard touchdown pass, and they also converted the 2-point conversion.
Okay.
That's at 1 minute and 54 seconds.
Okay.
And then
so Kansas City's up 26-21. Buffalo scores a touchdown and gets the 2-point conversion. They got a 3-point lead.
Correct. Okay. I'm sure it's a lot. So after that, it was a 154. After that, the Chiefs went 5 plays, 75 yards. Tyreek Hill, 64-yard touchdown, 33-29. And I think I have that touchdown because it's awesome and everybody should see it.
One wide to the left. Mahomes over the middle. Cut Tyreek Hill up to 45. Angling right 40.
There.
35. Cheetah. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Kansas City.
Dude, he gave the deuces at the 20-yard line.
You could see at that point, at that angle, nobody was catching him. Once he got that leverage, gone.
So that was at a minute.
System.
That was at a minute 2 remaining in the fourth quarter. What do the Bills do?
You're killing me today. You are cracking me up.
System.
What do the Bills do? They go 6 plays, 75 yards in 49 seconds, capped off by a Gabriel Davis touchdown. I think this is it right here. Oh, I'm trying to find. I have so many highlights. Here it is right here.
In 17 seconds. Down the middle to the end zone, and there it is.
Yeah.
Touchdown.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
So that
Crazy.
was with
Crazy.
13 seconds remaining in the game. And then obviously the Kelce pass for 19, because the Chiefs still had all their timeouts.
Yep.
So you had the Kelce pass. So that means you can run any play you want. You got timeouts. It doesn't matter. Kelce 19, Tyreek 22, 49-yard field goal for Butker. And then they go to overtime because Tails failed. Chiefs got the ball. 8 plays, 75 yards. Game over.
Mahomes looks to throw it. Pump faking. Right side he wants it. A comeback cut. It is caught by Kelce. Touchdown! Kansas City. One of the greatest duos in the history of the National Football League. Patrick Mahomes to Travis Kelce on a push fade comeback. And the Chiefs have won this incredible divisional playoff game in overtime.
Wow. They're going to take us down from YouTube today for showing NFL highlights?
No, I know where to get them from.
Oh, really?
I've been showing NFL highlights all year.
I know.
You noticed it not.
Awesome.
You notice that it's not Jim Nance and Tony Romo. It's radio calls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I know where to get them.
Dude, you're good.
At least I'm saying that, and then the show's going to be blocked today. So
no, you're good. You're good.
The one thing I took away from this, and this is what made this weekend very special, with the exception of Ryan Tannehill. My quarterback can't do that yet.
You realize that Justin Fields is not in the class of Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. Look at the comparative.
Now, my other
stats.
quarterback, my other one can, but he's not playing either.
Well, no, I mean Herbolt can play with these guys. It's just that he's in the wrong franchise. You know. All-time classic game between these two quarterbacks. For Josh Allen, 329 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. For Patrick Mahomes, 378 yards, 3 touchdowns, 69 yards rushing. How many yards rushing did Josh Allen have, you know?
Yeah, I don't know why it's not there. 68. They were both their leading rushers of the team. Yeah,
Josh
Mahomes,
Allen. Dude, that guy. I mean, like, everybody knows about Patrick Mahomes because this is his 4th straight AFC Championship game. This is Josh Allen's 2nd year of making it to the divisional round, as I recall from a year ago. You'll have to check me on that. But
I think they lost the AFC Championship last year.
Yeah.
Both beaten by Patrick Mahomes.
But man, oh man, like the Buffalo Bills, they're the next kind of team, or at least right now, Kansas City, Buffalo, at least over the last 2 years, is becoming what some of these other kinds of rivalries have been. New England and Baltimore in the playoffs. New England, Indianapolis, obviously, right? Pittsburgh, Baltimore.
They lost to the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game last year, 38-24. But yeah, Allen didn't have a game like yesterday. He ran for a bunch, but I mean, every generation of quarterback of the NFL, like there's always seems to be one guy that's just better. Even as good as Josh Allen is, there seems to be always a difference between guys. Like Tom Brady is better than Peyton Manning, but Peyton Manning was still freaking great.
Right.
And we could be seeing, obviously lots of time to compare it like that, but we could be seeing something like Mahomes is just on a better team. And they're maybe equally as good, but maybe Josh Allen's just not as good. Like, I don't know. Like back-to-back losses.
Normally you have a great point with that. I honestly think Josh Allen is just as good. I just think that they have a better head coach in Kansas City, and they have one better skill player. They have one better skill player, and I think that literally was the difference. Because if the Buffalo Bills had the ball last, they'd have won the game. I think it simply boils down to that. If they'd have won the overtime, they'd have scored a touchdown too. Because Josh Allen was cooking the Chiefs.
I'm very proud.
And Buffalo had the best defense statistically in the league this year.
And I'm very proud that we're not having an overtime debate because
you
got a lead. You got a lead like you do with 13 seconds remaining.
Right.
Win that game.
Right. Win the game. That's right. So look, this game, again, some people are calling it the greatest game ever. I don't know if it is or it isn't. It's definitely the game of the weekend on a weekend where every game
was the game of the weekend.
Incredible. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Like it would be like, Alex, if a UFC fight, how they have those, or I don't know if they still do, like the fight of the night, and the guy who wins, gets the money or something. Right. This would be like, you didn't think any game could get better than what you'd already seen in the first 3 games. How could it get better?
Right.
And by the way, there's no way all 4 road teams win. I couldn't believe 3 of 3 had won.
I couldn't believe that every game ended on a walk-off. Every game ended on a walk-off. Yeah, I know there's been some UFC cards where all 5 pay-per-view fights are so legit that Dana White gives them all bonuses. Dana White would have handed all of these teams bonuses. Like, that's how good these games are. Like, every game. Like, I'm sure when the ratings come out tomorrow, it's just gonna be stupid. Like, the peak numbers will be ridiculous.
Oh yeah, the peak number for the Chiefs Bills might be the highest in that round ever.
Yeah, maybe. And listen, don't fall asleep on the Rams Bucks, because you had the LA market, you had the Tom Brady market, which is, you're going to get a lot of the Northeast in there. I mean, this weekend,
especially when the comeback started.
Yeah.
I think when the comeback started, I think a lot of people who may have not been watching it in the Northeast turned it on. It's like, oh, let's see Tommy do his thing.
Well, Chris Collinsworth, I thought, and I'm not a huge Collinsworth fan, I thought Collinsworth did a great job of ramping up the energy, because you could feel the whole game changing as a television viewer. Because he even was mentioning how dead the crowd was, but how the crowd was starting to come to life. And then all of a sudden you could start to hear it on TV, and you could feel Al and Chris and their energy pick up. At least I did as a television viewer. I don't know if you guys had that same experience, but
I had a similar.
And then the Rams kept turning the ball over. That helped a lot.
I had an experience like that with Romo. feel like Romo sounds like I sound at home. I'm like,
Mhm.
oh man, like I'm making all these stupid noises, or I'm like seeing things, and he's almost like echoing what the normal fan at home is like, which is
Yeah.
not a very traditional way of calling a game as an analyst. But he gets caught up in the moment, and his
Yeah.
excitement and his like joy of what's happening really comes through. So
Yeah.
I feel like he elevated that game to like, oh, this is freaking tense and crazy.
Dude, he gets paid $17 million. Now you know why.
Yeah.
Look what he did to you. You always say the broadcasters don't matter. The game does. Look what Tony Romo did to you. Look what Chris Collinsworth did to me.
Oh, no. Talib, Keep Talib could have been announced in that game yesterday. I'd have been in.
What about Greasy? You have a Greasy in there?
Yeah. Could Greasy
I'd have been in.
for you?
I'd still been in.
All right.
Yeah, I'd have been
All
in.
right. All right. Stick around, everybody. Listen, I want to get back to the Tom Brady discussion and all of this, and Aaron Rodgers. I mean, let's throw in, there's a whole quarterback discussion now about old guys versus young guys and which one of the older guys might actually retire sooner. We're in the 7 Mile Casino studio, 7milecasino.com. If you like blackjack and poker, if you like great food at Sammy's Restaurant and Bar and a nice stiff drink, it's only 7 minutes from downtown San Diego. Come on down and have some fun. 7 Mile Casino, 7milecasino.com. We're coming right back. Still talking about the greatest football weekend ever. Hang out.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
Kaplan and Crew Tonight is brought to you by BMW San Diego, your certified BMW dealer, serving drivers throughout San Diego and the surrounding areas.
We are very proud to announce that the Mightier 1090 is SoCal's newest ESPN affiliate. Introducing the Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio. One of the largest radio stations in North America just got bigger and better. Joining forces with the worldwide leader of sports, ESPN. The Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
Alive and Well at Your View want to send you and a guest on a fabulous vacation in Hawaii. You'll stay at the luxurious Fairmont Orchid Hawaii and experience their award-winning spa. Enjoy acres of gardens, waterfalls, an oceanfront pool, and white sand beach. Winners will also receive Sambucol Black Elderberry products to complete your wellness journey. Visit aliveandwell.tv for your chance to win.
Brought to you by Prospect Home Finance. Fast, friendly, affordable.
Prospect Home Finance, San Diego's mortgage leader, is celebrating 15 years of happy clients. HomeFinance.com is the go-to resource online or on your mobile device to discover your best home loan options.
Hi, I'm Jason Vondrak, CEO at Prospect Home Finance. I want to say thank you to all of our clients, both past and future. As part of our 15-year anniversary, we'll close your home loan in 15 business days.
Start your easy home finance process today at HomeFinance.com.
Here's Kaplan and Crew Tonight's 60-second timeout with Haley Stasiak.
San Diego State women's basketball fell to Nevada last week. The Aztecs shot 50% from the three, but some struggles from the free throw line and turnovers couldn't be overcome. SDSU had a season-high 24 turnovers, leading to 23 points by Nevada. 9 of those turnovers came in the first 13 minutes. SDSU scored a season-low 46 points in the loss. A highlight from the loss, Mallory Adams has made at least 4 three-pointers in 4 straight games. She leads the Mountain West in made threes in conference games. SDSU is now 9-9 on the season, 3-4 in Mountain West play. The Aztecs have a whole week in between their matchup with Nevada and their next game. SDSU will take on Air Force this Thursday. That's your 60-second timeout. Now back to more Kaplan and Crew Tonight.
Kaplan and Crew Tonight's 60-second timeout is presented by Your View.
1090, just not bigger and better. Please join us in welcoming SoCal's newest ESPN affiliate, the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio. NFL, MLB, NBA, live games, the best sports talk programming with the largest signal in all of California. The mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
Today, we proudly held the ribbon cutting ceremony for our new office in La Jolla, California. Here we are in the Merrill Lynch building, right in the middle of the village, and really happy to be part of this neighborhood. This is really special to Prospect in that it almost signifies the fact that we've grown up officially. We have survived the past 15 years by being very agile. We come to this one amazing location from 3 separate offices. So it's fantastic having everyone under one roof. This is going to do wonders in terms of streamlining our operations, being able to communicate with someone down the hall as opposed to someone who's several blocks away is going to be terrific. Our CEO, Jason Vondrak, he's a very humble person, but I know this day really means a lot to him in that he has led this company for 15 years. And he started this business out of a studio apartment. And look where we are now. That's huge. I think this new space signifies just endless possibilities for Prospects. I mean, we're headquartered in La Jolla, but we do business all around the country. So our goal is to be licensed to offer home financing in all 50 states, and we're well on our way.
Prospect Home Finance. Fast, friendly, affordable.
I founded Driveway Auction after working in the automotive industry. Becoming a dealer and questioning the process that puts consumers at a huge disadvantage when selling their cars.
The big difference between Driveway and the other services is that Driveway works for you. If you've ever tried to sell a car, you know that it's an awful process that makes you either go and meet strangers in parking lots to take test drives or sit at the dealership for hours and hours while they wear you down. Driveway eliminated all of that.
With Driveway Auction, we come to you, so we complete the 40-point vehicle inspection from the comfort and convenience of your own driveway.
We send an independent third-party inspector to take measurements of the car, take pictures of it, evaluate the condition.
We use that information to advocate for you, using our network of buyers to compete. And when they compete, you win.
They take over the whole process, and you don't have to do anything.
Our clients get more money and a better process with Driveway.
Everybody at Driveway made me feel so comfortable during the whole process. It was a great experience.
Prospect Home Finance is a mortgage company. We specialize in residential refinances and home purchases. So Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, if you're going out looking for a pre-approval to buy a new home, meet with the realtor, we would help you facilitate that and walk you through the process from A to Z. We specialize in getting homeowners loans for their dream home, but we also do more than that. So today we came down to Ocean Beach, partnered up with Surfrider, and had some team members come down here from Prospect, all pitched together, and had quite a bit of trash to clean up.
It's really heartening to see people come out and really care for the waterways.
It was great getting out here, and we're going to do it again soon. We're always looking for ways to give back to the community of San Diego. So if you have any ideas or need any help or support in any way, visit us at homefinance.com.
Kaplan and Crew Tonight is brought to you by BMW San Diego, your certified BMW dealer, serving drivers throughout San Diego and the surrounding areas. Join Jane Klaus on Creative Living as she shares fun and inspiring ideas for enriching your life.
I'm Jane Klaus, and on the next Creative Living, we're talking about making positive changes in your lifestyle to kick off the new year. And a new career path for 2022 that could have you traveling the country.
Watch Creative Living, Sunday night at 8:30 on YourView and YourView.com. Creative Living. Imagine what you can do. Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community.
Hi, I'm Erica Cardenas. Join me on the next Doing More as we celebrate Black History Month with recognition of African American history, culture, and perseverance.
Watch Doing More, Sunday night at 6 on YourView and YourView.com. If you love animals, Animal Zone is for you. From rescues to animal experts, Animal Zone is fun for the whole family. Watch Animal Zone right here on YourView, Saturdays at 8:30 a.m. And visit animalzone.org to learn more about the show.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 a.m. A new generation of radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
Welcome to 2022. Did you make a New Year's resolution?
We have the top 10 most popular and our advice
For what it's worth.
on how you can actually stick with them today on Su Vida.